Welcome to my gardening video. Today I'm here to give you a quick video on what plants are appropriate to plant in cooler temperatures. So we are steadily approaching the fall / winter seasons. Yes, we don't want to think about it, we don't want to talk about it, but it is so. Throughout the gardening year, a lot of your plants require a lot of sun. That's very, very important to help things flower, help things to grow. But don't be sad. You don't have to say goodbye to your plants just because the summer is ending. So with ending of the summer comes a new season, comes new plants that you can also actually grow that prefer the cooler temperatures. So I'm just going to go over a few of many, many plants that you can grow. These are the ones that I am starting. I'm sure I'm going to try to do a last minute garden run for seeds to grab a few more things. But for today, we're going to talk about the ones that I have here. So without further ado, let's get started. So we have carrots. All right. So carrots, majority of carrots like to have some sun, but majority of the carrots thrive in shade in cooler temperatures. So I do have this particular kind of carrot growing right now in my garden. It is in a more shady kind of spot or area, but it's doing very, very well. It is featured on my garden tour video. If you have not seen that video, make sure that you go and check that video out, okay? But I do have the garden or the carrots growing right now in a shady spot. They're doing well, look beautiful, healthy, lovely. But I am also gonna go ahead and put some in for my fall growing season. So I always like to read the packaging of my seeds. I don't care if I bought this same package, same brand of seeds every year for 20 years, I'm going to read and see what it says. So this type of plant, we want to make sure to know and read. You see the terms frost tolerant. So frost tolerant means that it can withstand cooler temperatures. So I am in the sixes, zone 6. So with that being said, it's going to get pretty cold here and it's going to be coming before I know it. However, with carrots, do not fright, okay? Don't be scared, don't be afraid. It is a plant that loves that frost, will thrive, do well, produce. You can have them on the supper table for Thanksgiving or maybe even Christmas. So I'm going to be planting these carrots in today, frost tolerant. I did really, really love that this type of carrot is also heat resistant, high moisture, deep orange carrot, very, very sweet, okay? So you also want to make sure that you read the back of the packaging as well. So days to emerge, 10 to 25 days. And why that's so important is 10 to 25 days is a very, very short time frame. So that means we're still going to have a little bit of sun. 10 to 25 days, we'll still have a nice amount of sun, but we will have carrots that will be producing and ready for fall. So gives you more information about how to grow it. I'm going to plant that today. So carrots are perfectly acceptable to plant for your fall gardening season. Okay, so mind this plant. All right, excuse this pack. Okay, so this packet has been through the storm, the fire, and the rain, just like the gospel song says. But we will never put more on this plant than it can bear, okay? So it's still usable, people. It's just had a little bit of a hard life, okay? We're still going to use it. And this plant is beets. So like carrots, beets, if you can piece together right here, frost tolerant, appropriate to grow in cooler temperatures, actually prefer cooler temperatures. So yes, we are going to be planting this in today, getting it ready. We are in August, so it's the perfect time to do that. We don't have many, many days that we're going to be having a whole lot of sun, especially the 90-degree temperatures that we were having in July are kind of a thing of the past. So this is appropriate to grow now. Just gives you a little bit of information, what you could use this for. I'm going to use this for quite a variety of things, especially juicing. I love beet mixed with carrot juice. When I tell you that this is an excellent pair to juice together for a fresh, delicious juice, baby, I'm telling you, you won't find anything better. So beets are definitely appropriate to grow Right now, it's the perfect time to do that. I had planned growing them when I first got my garden started for this year, which was around May. I was planning on putting them in the ground, all this fun stuff. Ran out of room and decided, well, you know, that is probably for the better. Beets do like cooler temperatures. So I am going to be planting beets today. Another thing that I am going to be planting is Swiss chard. So Swiss chard ruby red rhubarb is what I am going to be planting today. As you can see, there is something that all of these have in combination, okay, or they all have in common, okay. Frost tolerant, tolerant, okay, you can still see that a little bit, and frost tolerant. So when you're looking for seeds to plant for your fall season, the only two words that are very, very important to read: frost tolerant. So if you see frost tolerant, go ahead, snag it up, grab it. It's going to make it throughout the season. You don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. So I am planting this. I do have tons of things that I'm going to be doing with it. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm sure it's going to look wonderful once it starts to sprout and grow. Gives you a little bit of description about Swiss chard. So sweet, tender leaves with brilliant red ribs. Absolutely delicious. Okay, so I will be juicing a little bit of this, putting it in salads and different recipes. So it gives you a little bit of information about it. So they recommend 2 to 4 weeks before your average last frost date, and when soil temperatures are at least 40 degrees, ideally 75 to 90. So we are in the perfect time to put this in the ground, let it grow. Days to it emerges, we have, as we see here, 10 to 15 days, or 5 to 10 days. I don't know why I decided to make that up, but 5 to 10 days. Maturity is in 50 to 60 days. So that gives us, I like to go, because I'm a dreamer, I'm going to say 50 days. In 50 days, I want to have a plant. So that's a little bit over a month and a half. We'll be into September. September around this area, we still have sun. Temperatures aren't extremely hot, but they're warm enough to maintain the soil requirements of at least 40 degrees. I will not be stressed or worried about this plant growing. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to put in is cilantro. So cilantro, this is honestly my first time growing it for fall. However, one thing that I do know about cilantro is that when the temperatures are extremely hot, that cilantro will start to bolt and seed very quickly. So with that information, I'm thinking that if we grow it in a cooler temperature, then it can survive. I won't say that it's frost tolerant, but I think that we can make it work. We can make it work. So one thing that I also noticed is that it says it matures in 45 days. 45 days, you guys. So that's a little bit over a month. I think that I have enough sunlight, not too much sunlight, where I can get a lot of cilantro. I do have it in my garden right now. It has went to bolt. It is producing coriander seeds, which is not too bad. You know, it's not a bad thing because we are going to be using the coriander seeds and storing them. However, I do want to use more cilantro. I didn't get enough to use the cilantro, enough time to use it. So I'm going to try it again. Try it one more again, okay? So information on planting, harvesting right here. This plant, it says that it will grow in almost any type of soil, full sun to part shade. So that means 6 hours out of a day at least. Some would be nice. Part shade also pretty good. Start outdoors in early spring. In mild climates, grow as fall or winter crops. So it is, I'm glad that I seen that. Didn't have frost tolerant on the outside, but like I said, you guys, if you read the packaging, it will give you all the information that you need to know. So other things that are cool or okay to grow in the fall, cooler temperatures, are things like your collard greens, your cucumbers, which I have both of those plants right now, so I'm not going to run out and get any more seeds. I'm just going to see how long they will produce. But I have cucumbers. Collard greens are perfect cool weather temperature plants. Mine actually lasted throughout the winter. And our winters here get pretty brutal. So mine lasted. Cabbage are also appropriate, perfect plants to grow in the fall. So things like your sweet potatoes, I think those are okay as well to keep around a little bit longer. Fall plants. So that is just a quick video on a few things that I will be growing right now in the fall, just because, like the Jackson 5 said, I never can say goodbye, girl. I would sing for y'all, but you know, I don't know how much you'll love it, but I never can say goodbye. So I can never say goodbye to my garden. Okay, so as soon as one project ends, I'm looking forward to the next. So I'm going to get these seeds in the ground. I am going to maybe give you guys an update of the progress, how I kind of care for them. So thank you so much for watching this quick video of what you can grow in the cooler temperatures, the fall kind of seasons. If you guys know of any other plants that I did not mention, feel free to drop that in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. I ask that you please like, subscribe to this channel, Garden Brand. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram _the Garden Brand. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.